and good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to At America. My name is Adila. I am one of the guides here in At America, and we would like to welcome all of our audience joining us here with me and online. I hope that all of you are doing fine. In this very fine afternoon, we will have workshop at America, Margarita Blush Shadow Theater. So, Margarita Blush is a Bulgarian American theater artist. She holds a BFA degree in performance and also a MFA degree in directing for puppet theater from the National Academy for Theater and Film Arts. And she and her team have came all the long way from the US and they have performed in many countries. So as you guys have seen here, we have set up lots of screens and I know that all of you are very excited to join this workshop. So let me pass the floor to Margarita Blush, Artistic Director of Margarita Blush Shadow Theater.
Hello. Um, do I need to look in the camera? Sorry to ask the question. I do. Okay, I cannot look at the participants. No. Okay, I can do both. Okay. Um, hello, everyone, and hello, everyone. Two clarifications. The company's name is Margarita Blush Productions, not Margarita Blush Shadow Theater, because we do things that are we work with more than shadow images. And also, the National Academy for Theater and Film Arts is in Bulgaria, in Sofia, Bulgaria, where I was born. I am very happy to be here, to be in Indonesia. It has been an amazing experience. And what I come to offer you today is a little glimpse of how we can do shadow theater today. And we chose this workshop with At America because, of course, the Indonesian shadow theater tradition is very strong. It is where shadow theater actually came from in the West. We didn't have it before, we saw what people here were doing in this part of the world, and in China and in Asia. So, of course, we fell in love with the art form because it's so magical. And artists started exploring what is possible to create with shadows. So today's shadow theater workshop is the idea behind it is East meets West, and how we can bring the two traditions, one older, one newer, together and see what is possible. So the most important thing that I will invite you to do today is be playful. You will be on your feet the whole time. I'm going to ask you to take off your shoes, put them under your chairs, take away your cell phones, put them behind, take off any scarves that can be removed, because you will be moving around and you will get really hot. Because Indonesia is, guess what? Hot. And the most important thing I want to remind all the participants is that I just want you to be playful. I want you to remember who you were when you were a little child and how interesting, exciting this was, and how theater is about play. So, this is what I would like you to remember. There's no wrong and, oh, I did this wrong. No, we're just here to experiment. The way we will structure the workshop is we will begin with a little warm up to warm up our bodies. Then I will show you what is what I have in mind with the shadows, and then you are going to create in small groups short theater pieces, and then we're going to present them for each other, and then we can end with questions and answers. And please, at any time, if you have any questions, feel free to ask questions, and I am here for this to answer your questions and to help you create something. Does anybody have any questions already? Probably not. But only if you want to. It is difficult to speak from behind the screen. Yeah. So not necessarily. You will just be creating images. Did anybody see the show last night, or are you all coming to see the show tonight? Tonight. Okay, great. You saw it last night. Okay, so you have an idea of what is possible. Okay. Um, well, this all this said, is there no other questions? Is there? Yes? No? Okay. Well, let's get ourselves situated at that point, meaning take off your shoes. Um, okay. Do they have do they have batteries? Okay, great. Can I see? What, how do you turn them on? Oh yeah. Those. Hold on. Yeah, 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 yeah. That would be great. Uh, a little bit. Okay, they're not ideal, but it's okay. Okay. Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. But it has a secondary ring. It's okay. We'll make it work. Thank you. Um, And in order for the participants to not feel observed during the warm up, it's probably best to turn the cameras to either me or another direction. So, this is what I would like everybody to do. Just find a space in the room where you can have a little bit more space. So, don't stand in a line, just move around. Yes, yes, yes. And yeah, let's. Are people okay with? Anyway, it is what it is at this point. So, we'll just do a little warm up. I trust you to take care of your bodies. So don't do anything that is too difficult for you. Because I may say go forward, and if this is too much for you, don't go all the way. Just go as far as you can, bend your knees. If you're here, you're here. It's okay. Don't hurt yourself, right? Okay. Take yes. Yes. I think that I can we take off masks? Okay, yeah, yeah. Only if you want to. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, please, only if you want to. Yes, only if you want to. If you want to keep it, please keep it. It's at this point we need to be very sensitive to that. So can we move a little bit more? Just a little bit? Okay. All right, here we go. So let's begin by just close your eyes and feel the floor under your feet. Put your hands on your belly and just take a couple of deep breaths. Ah. Let go of everything that happened before. Let go of everything that will happen after, and just be in this moment, in this precious moment in which we are together. All right, let's open our eyes and now do a stretch like just you got out of bed and let a yawn come. Ah, oh, and really stretch your body in a way that it wants to be stretched. Oh, let your body guide you on this one. Yes. Ah. Hmm. Take a deep breath in. And here we'll go forward. Bend your knees, and just go as far forward as you can. Let your head dangle and shake it. No. Shake it. Yes. And bend and straighten the knees few times. Ah. And let's slowly roll up the spine until you find your vertical self again. And bring the arms up. And exhale to one side. Ah, feel the stretch on this side. You can bend your knees if you need to. Breathe in, and on the other side. Breathe in again, and one more time with the breath. Exhale. Breathe in and exhale. Okay. And let's shake one leg and shake out the other leg. Shake, 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 shake. Can you shake it harder? Oh, please take care. Yes, take care of yourself. Shake an arm and shake the other arm. Shake the whole body. Make a sound. And let's do just a little bit of jump, very gentle. Yeah, you can go from foot to foot. Yes, please take care of yourselves. Just a little bit to feel more alive. Excellent. Take a deep breath in. And exhale out. We don't go forward this time, just arrive right here. How do you feel? Yeah, do you feel good? Excellent. Okay. And I usually when I teach, I wear a watch so I can tell what time it is and how much time I have. But my watch broke in Indonesia because moisture got in and it condensed on the inside and now it's gone. So please forgive me, but I have to check my phones every once in a while just to see how much time we have, okay? Okay. All right. Well, at this point, let's venture over actually. All of us will venture all the way over there by that screen. Huh? Yes, just come with me. And at this point, if we can have the light on and all the other lights off. How do we turn on this light? Ah, hello. Don't look in the light, please. And can we have all the other lights off, please? And you can kind of, at this point, you can either sit or stand, whatever you want to do, but we'll do a little bit of exploration, okay? I mean, I'll show you a few things. So you could sit if you want. Yes, if the floor is okay for you. Can we please turn off the lights? Thank you. Oh, okay. Yes, of course. If you, it's your preference. You can stand or you can watch or you can sit. Uh, these are my show lights. Okay, the lights are off. Okay, so of course you are familiar with the idea of a shadow screen, right? You're Indonesian. What am I telling you? So this is the shadow screen. What I'm proposing to you today is that it is not just here, right? But it is all the way to the floor. And we're not going to work with puppets, right? We're not going to animate puppets. We're going to use our bodies, okay? So do you, and if you want at this point, at any point, you can go also in the front and come back to the back to see everything I do from here is what you also see from the other side, right? Everybody knows that? Okay, so if you want to take a look in the front, feel free to take a look and come back. So here I am, my shadow, right? This is my shadow. I could back off from the light, and as I do that, I become bigger, right? And more distorted, actually. Do you see how my hand is not very clear anymore? However, I could like go all the way, right? Oh, wow, this is, I've never seen that before. So, wow, this is a, yes, right? This is, and then I can just go, yes, I can go like this. I can show my face. And the closer I am to the screen, the smaller I am. And the more clear the shadow is. That's why usually when in wayang kulit, the puppets are right against the screen, right? Yes, they don't go back. Only when they exit and enter. So this is the idea behind the light and the shadow. Now, there is more things you can do. For example, the more light sources you have, the more shadows you have, right? Because each light creates a shadow. So I could, and for this one you might have to go on the outside. I could have, yes, can everybody go on the outside? This is my shadow, right? And suddenly I have a shadow inside of me. and I could play with the shadow inside of me, right? This is my own hand doing this, right? And I can disappear it. And each thing, and I could even have a shadow within the shadow if I had more hands. Can somebody be a helper for me for a sec? Can you come and play with me a little bit? Oh, sorry. So I will hold this one. Can you hold this one? And give me a sec. Try to aim it at my hand, inside my hand. Or we can, yeah, we can multiply it. Okay? Do you see how it like if it becomes as many lights as I have um, become shadows. Excellent. And if I turn this off, and stay here, please. I'll show you one more thing. So if you're there for the shadow, stand just in the center and turn towards the screen. If I light her from the back, I can make her move. Guess what I'm moving? I'm only moving the. Can you quick? Can we turn the? Oh, it's okay. Can you you can stay right there for a moment. Can you step up, please? Yes. So no, right there. It doesn't matter because the light is here. What I'm saying is I'm showing you that the shadow moves just by me moving the flashlight. You see that? And then if I have a second flashlight, hold on right there. Actually, I'll do this from the back. So you can relax and step back, please. If I do this from the back, I can also make her multiply. Okay? So we can do all kinds of things. These things are from the show. I'm showing you all of my secrets from the show, but I also have this is just look at it. It's a flashlight with something in front of it, okay? So then, whatever, that you can create this image. And oh, where's my hold on. Give me just a moment, and I do not want to misplace my shadows for the show. My performers will kill me. There's also another thing we can do, which is if I light you, I can light you, and I can light the bird that is flying above you. Right? And this is, you can relax now. This is as simple as there's a cutout on the flashlight. There's a cutout, and only the light that comes through shows. Okay? Super simple. Analog, not digital. So, um, let's gather over here. Hello. Do you have any questions? I'm sorry? You, if that is your vision. So obviously when you're behind, the audience doesn't see how it's done, right? But you could. I've done shows in which the most of the shadows happen in the back, but I do have a person in the front who's also projecting a shadow. So you definitely could, you could play with that, but the audience would see everything that is in front of the screen, right? If this is your front of the screen. Yeah, you can do it from both directions. Do I position? The fabric? Not really. You can use many things to be the screen. Well, yeah, y- first of all, the darker the color gets, the more you don't see a shadow. That's why behind black you would not see. So that's why we choose white or cream. Also, the thinner it is, the more it comes through. However, sometimes if I have shows in which I've used silk. If it's really really thin, you start seeing also the performer actually behind the screen, which is okay. You could do that. It's just that it's one of those things. You could also use paper, but the shadow's a little, it's harder for the light to come through, but you don't have what we call, this is called a hot spot. You don't see where the light is coming from. But I don't mind that personally in my work. So yeah, you can use any fabric, uh, and most of it is really experimenting because you never know. Like for the flashlights for the show, I bought maybe 10 different kinds of flashlights, and you just try it and you see what it does because you cannot predict. Every single flashlight does something different. So if I know what effect I'm after, and I try which one would work. Okay, like I'll show you one more thing. um we mm, not finding it. Where is it? Hmm. Oh, I can't find it. It must be in one of my performers pockets. I'll go searching for it in a moment. There we have one that makes a really beautiful moon, just looks just like the moon. Any other questions right now? So this is what you're going to do. We have how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people. Is that all? No, more. Do we have more? One more? Did you just join us? Okay, wonderful. Can you please leave your phone? No phones. No phones. We have 8. Okay. I wish we had one more so we can create 3 groups of 3. Yeah, because we have 3 screens, but we could do, yeah, yeah. We could do that. It's a little harder for 2 people, but it's okay. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to divide. I will go divide you in 3 groups. You each get a screen to play with, um, and you should have enough space behind it. And you each get. Where did we put the flashlights? Thank you. There's one more. You said 4. Okay, one light is broken. So each group will get a flashlight. At this point, we only have 3. And you can play and discover what you can discover. Now, um, you can, I will ask you to create something that has a beginning, a middle, and an end. It does not need to be a complete story. You don't need to tell a complete narrative. It's just playtime. So it can be an image, an image, an image, things that you came up with that you like, that you had fun with. And if they tell a little bit of a story, great. The shadows are so interesting because they invite, and that is the tradition everywhere in the world, that shadows are not of this world, right? They are a little bit of another world. They are of the beyond or the divine. So they're magical. They're not like hand puppets, you know. Um, there's special magic, so they can carry special. It's just they're magical. So I was thinking of, like, you can think of your dreams or past, present, and future. Or sometimes I ask participants to create something called "I used to be," "I am now," "I am becoming." Um, you can use. You'll discover you can use a scarf. You could. use your scarves if you want to and do something with them. Just have complete freedom to play and discover images. And I will give you, can you tell me what time it is? Oh, okay. Quarter to three? Okay. So we'll probably take about half an hour to do this, and then we'll present. And don't stress about how long it needs to be. Don't stress about anything. It's about the process and playing. Any questions? No? Okay. So this is how we'll divide in groups. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So find your group. All the ones, all the twos, and all the threes. One with one, two with two, three with three. Excellent. That. What number were you? No, these are the ones. Yeah, so you're gonna be with the twos, okay? So um, find the screen. Each group gets a flashlight. And I will go back in my. I brought some gels, little gels, so I can bring something and show you. I will be circulating around in the groups to see if you need a little help, if you need any ideas or anything like that. But please feel free to play. So yeah, let's do that. Go. Yes, you have 30 minutes to prepare. Yes, but please no pressure. If you come up with just one thing, that's fine. And we can turn on, can we move this screen a little, can somebody help me move this screen a little bit over? Thank you. That should be, let's move this. Whoops, further back. Why is it so small? Oi, oh, it's, I see. We can, you can give it back to me. No, no, that's okay. Why is it so small? I don't understand. Can we make it a little bigger? The light, the or not? We can pull it as far back as it. So this can be your screen. This is your screen. Okay, this is your screen. And we can move this screen a little bit forward if you want, so you can have a little bit more. Can we move it forward? Okay, so you can have more light. Okay, great. Wait. Oh, one thing I forgot to tell you, of course. I will be doing this. Can I have your attention, please? Group number, what were they? 3. Okay, group number 3. Can I have your attention? Can everybody, can I have everybody's attention for just a moment? Just one, yes. If you can take a look over here, when the more shapes you have, the more interesting it is. This is more of a blob, right? This is a little bit more interesting, you know, a little bit. So keep that in mind, right? And yes, everything you do is what the audience sees. That's what I wanted to tell you. Thank you. You can go back to your screen. I need to find batteries. Oh, I should ask. Hi, honey. Hi. I'm on a mic. Um, do you have AAA batteries? Yes, please. Sophia, when? Oh, you don't know how to do this. Can I have your attention one more time? I'm so sorry to interrupt your work, but I just grabbed these. Hmm? Yes, little things that you can use. Can I have everybody's attention real quick? Okay, so I brought these few things that you could use, and they're only for flashlights. And you know, you change the color. Like this is a blue. It's not very blue, but this is a darker blue. You can have a little bit of a color. I made few of those at home. I thought I had a red one too, and oh, I made them all the same color. Okay, I thought I had a red one, and I do have a bird, but oh, it needs to be distorted like that. But anyway, if anybody wants to use these little gels, just keep in mind that you could use them. And yeah, okay, excellent. Thank you so much. I will leave them right here. Yes. Oh, thank you so much. Can you actually open them? I need 3. Can somebody open them? No, not the participants. Right here, these things can be used. Pretty sure I made a red one, but now I can't find it. Thank you. I need 3. Yes. Hmm? Did you say something? Oh, yes. Oh, excellent. Great. Nice. Great. If you want for this to be visible, because right now the way it is, it's not visible. Right, nobody sees this. So if you want it to be visible, you need to turn to the side for a moment, and you can come in here, and everybody knows now what you're doing, and then you can do this. Right? Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. How do we know that one is? Oh, okay. There's wings and horns involved. Okay, you could make a scarf and maybe make some wings. Yes. Yeah. Well, like, yeah. Why not like that? So you see, or you can even go like this. Okay, it just, yeah, just look for the shape you're looking for, right? So if I do this, everybody sees that these are my hands, right? My arms. But if I cover, then they don't. And if I keep my hands here, I can also do you see that? Like a little owl. So just look for the shape. The wings, well, we can try a few things. Can you stand, somebody stand over there? Who's the angel? Okay, turn around. I mean, one thing we could do is if I hide my shadow behind hers, so my head doesn't show, I could possibly, you know, yes. But you see, my arms showed up. So you need to really look for where you're not visible, or just look for the illusion. Okay? Oh, beautiful. Nice. What happened with the angel? Did we come up with an idea? You're killing your what? No, no, it's okay. Um, However, please keep in mind you need to see yourself. You need to kind of keep an eye on what's happening in the screen, right? So I'm always kind of looking a little bit to see if I step too far, but the shadow's too big and distorted. If I step too far back, I'm not visible. But I was curious. Can you show me the angel wings? I'm gonna go on the outside so I can see. Okay, can you try something for me? Can you try? I wonder. I wonder if the dress would not be more helpful to hide behind. Would it be okay to switch roles? Yeah? Can we try it for just a moment to see? Because the dress is a little bit bigger and she can hide more behind your body. And can you try to maybe, okay, okay. No, 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 do it the other way actually. Yes. Now, can you close your fingers so we don't see the, yes, this is better. Yes. And now can you try to turn like a little bit like this and give them a little bit of a, okay. This, can you going to try? Try. Can she be a little closer to the screen? And can you be a little further back? So your hands are a little bit bigger, but yes. and less wrist. Or do you know what? You can even be, yeah. Or I wonder if you can be, you can also try to be in front of her. Can you switch so you can see what you're doing? Of course, the hands. Okay, is it easy? No, 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 it's not. Okay, switch back. This is what I'm talking about. You never know. You always have to experiment. So look for, or maybe make them a little bit more poetic somehow, because right now they're funny. But if you're after funny, that's okay, because they're so small, they look a little chickeny. I am a little I am wings, not angel wings. Um, be careful with the pulling. So it's not, we need to stylize it. Shadow theater is not realism. Realism doesn't work great behind the shadow. So if you're going to be pulled, yes, you can be pulled, but then, and if you're going to get pulled off, you need to have control over your body. You cannot be literally pulled. It just doesn't work. Okay? So try that. Try it. Yes. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah? Okay. So you can still be pulled and exit, right? But I'm not literally being pulled and falling. It alienates the audience in not a good way. Yeah. How are you guys doing? The plot. Okay. Just be careful because figuring out the plot might take you too long. Just try the images. Try the images. And do you need more? Do you want us to move you a little bit over? Are you? Do you need space there? No. Okay. Okay. Don't spend too much time talking. Right. Okay. Do you want to move it a little bit? Oh. Well, that's what. And that's why you need to be in control, right? So I know where it is, like I'm being pulled, and I will just, yes, you just need to watch for it. Yes, in an ideal world, we wouldn't have it, but now we do. It's a workshop. Can I stop you for just a moment? There's no need for you to be facing them. I think you need to turn around the other way, all the way to the screen so you can see what's going on. Okay? I think that maybe. If you need to see, maybe to hold the hands, maybe you can turn around. If you need to. And the other thing, I think, can I touch this? I think it would be more pretty if it's more open. Because look what happens now. Yes, but look at this. Look at this beautiful shadow. Look at that. Yes, exactly. And the shape is more pleasing. It's more beautiful. So you could still do this. You know what I mean? Like that. And look how pretty it is being held like that. Right? I mean, if you want it the other way, you could use it the other way. I'm just proposing to you. Oh, wonderful. And what is is this the end? So come up right now. It kind of, and I'm going to use specifically, very English or American word. If you don't understand, tell me. It fizzles out. Now it doesn't have quite an ending. So, okay, you're here, you wiggle the fingers, and then you just walk away. So you're throwing away your ending. So find a way to end in a beautiful way. Like a performance wouldn't end like this. Here I am doing this beautiful. Okay, I'm done. All right. So find a way to end. It's very important how we begin and how we end. Yes. Where's my phone? Yes, honey. Them playing behind. Them playing behind the screen is really good. That's what I. Well, it's okay. Whatever. Okay. Oh, okay. Find my phone. Ah. Misplaced my phone. I can't find my phone. It's not on though. I mean, it is on, but it's on silent. Huh? No. No. Yeah, it's somewhere, but I know I said it. It's okay. I just need. What time is it? Okay. Okay. Great. No, that's the mother mic. Oh my God. The devil could go in the earth, come out from, I don't know where uh, it can appear from the ground. How are you doing? You're doing good? Okay, excellent. Okay, okay. 2 minutes and come back. We have about 10 minutes to finish up. So, start thinking of how will you do the whole thing, etc., etc. Yes, suitcase. Oh, and it fell in. That's thank you. That's what it is. So we have about 5 minutes to finish up. What? I want. I'm sorry. I think we're going to use that one to present. Yes. Yep, yep, yep. Are you gesturing as the angel? Okay. Now you can see, she cannot see. So when can you do the wings? Okay. Now do your gestures. Try to be where the wings are not. So either above here or yeah, I think it would be better to be above so we can see the wings. Yes, yes, yes. Or do you know what? For a moment, I don't know if you can do it, but for a moment, both wings can come on this side. Like yeah, and you yes, and you can turn a little bit. Hide your body though. We see your head. So you need to learn. Yes, you need to learn where your body lives. Possibly, yes, yes. It's really nice. 5 minutes. I know. I just checked. I guess it is less than 5 now. How are you guys doing? Are you finished? Okay, great, awesome. Let's you're ready? Excellent. Okay. Is this how close are you to being done? Okay. So we what we can do is actually, if you guys are ready, we're gonna move the screen out of the way. We're gonna present behind that one. But also you can leave the space. We'll turn off the lights, and you can take a little break, take a water. If you're finished, we're going to turn off the light and move the screen, and we'll all present behind that one so we can all be audience. So you can take a little break, get some water. Can we move the screens back now? Turn off. So we're presenting there and there. Yeah, so we can turn off these lights and move these screens out of the way. Excellent. Actually, move your arms a little bit. Hold on. So right now your arms are here, and we move them a little bit wider. So when there's no neck, it's better. You can throw a scarf. Do you have a? Yes, 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 yes. Are you finished? Yes? Excellent. All right, everybody. All the groups are finished. So everybody come on out here, please. Can everybody please come out here? I saw some amazing imagery happening behind the screens. I'm so excited to see these. So, are we missing somebody? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, we're missing one person. Okay. So this is what we're going to do now. We're going to present these for everybody else one at a time, and we're just going to use one screen so we can all be an audience and watch. If you need a chair at this point, you can bring one of the little white chairs forward, or you can sit on the floor. But if you have an injury or it's hard for you to get up and down, you can bring a chair. Let's keep the chairs like at this level, so there's not, we don't bring them too much forward. This is my daughter, by the way, who is our who is our media person. So she will be taking few pictures. So please, maybe don't sit right in front of her. Does anybody need a little break to get water or something? Or no? We're good. Okay. All right. Well, let's. I guess you guys will go first. Okay. So have a seat, everybody. I want to move this just a little bit. Can somebody help me? Yeah, just a little bit towards me. Okay, but then we need to move the light also. And can we move it out a little bit? Can somebody help me move it out? Or I guess a little bit. Oh, okay, that's probably far enough. A little bit further back so it's on the same level. Great. Yeah. Excellent. Thank you. Okay, now we sit so we can watch. Can we open a little bit? And are you ready? Here we go. We begin. Oh. Is that your end? And please stay right here in front of the screen. What I like to do when I teach is now we're going to give a little bit of feedback, right? Because we as the audience are watching and we can tell the artist what comes across, if that's what they intended to come across. I think that well done. um, I think that the story was very clear, right? They found a way to tell a very simple yet very powerful story. I don't think there was any doubt. The only thing I was wondering is I don't know why. What was the relationship? Was it a parent child or was it a friend friend? Friend friend. Okay. For a moment, I thought it was a parent child. So that's what was striking. Do you understand the word striking? I don't want to assume something like that really like, wow, this was so powerful. uh, but no, I'm asking the audience, did you see an image or something that was really striking in what they presented? Yes, please. Yes, yes, that was excellent. And of course, if we were to continue working on this piece, we would find a costume for the angel that would be easier to do the wings, right? We would also find a costume for the devil that would be easier to hide the body. We could also, I would suggest that we could also animate the devil a little bit more with more shapes. Um, is there anything that left you with questions that you didn't understand? Why did they have to murder? Good question. Yes. Why did it go all the way to murder? Oh. And honestly, for theater, this is a justified answer, right? This is the idea for theater, and this is like a tricky territory now, but the idea for theater is not to be real life. Theater has to go beyond real life, but it captures something about the human condition. So why did it escalate so fast? In real life, it probably wouldn't. But in theater, when it escalates so fast, when it goes to murder right away, what does it make us think of? What did it, okay, it goes to murder right away. Why? What are they telling us with this? Hmm? Well, the devil is evil and a what? Okay, and also to me, it's like how quickly conflict between humans and nations can escalate, right? There was no need for these forces that guide us, the dark and the light forces that are in always in battle in each one of us and the world, right? So to me, that's what this captured. This is a really nice example of it was a bit humorous, wasn't it? What made it humorous? Um, Actually, I'm questioning the sound effects. Like at the end, you explained to us what you had already shown us. You didn't have to do that. We got it, right? The words were not necessary. Oh, I win. Yes, we got it. You don't need to tell us. So don't tell your audience something that you have already shown them. They're smart. We're smart. We see it. The other thing is like little gestures like this, right? So if I want to make it funny, I'll go, I'll fight you, right? If I want to be more dramatic, I'll be. So the slower the gesturing is, the more dramatic it is. The faster it is, the more comical it is. So you could totally make this piece. We could, with a little bit of direction, we could make this piece funny, and we could make it dramatic. And it's fine to do either way. It's really fine. It's the choice of the artist. And one more thing for shadow theater, less is more. Can you go back the two people who were arguing in the beginning? Can you show us your argument? Okay, and now stop. I will direct you from here a little bit. Can you do a little bit less? Just one gesture from me, one gesture from you. So it's not at the same time, but it's one and then the other. But you can keep your arms, hands animated. Do a little bit less gestures. Oops, careful, yes. And stop. Do you see how this is actually making it clearer? Do you see that? Yes, we don't need constant movement. With shadows, less is more. One gesture, a response. Another gesture, a response. And then maybe it escalates, right? So then we can build it. Can you do one gesture, then you respond with one gesture, one, and then at the same time for a little bit? And then escalate. No, no, don't do the hitting. Just, sorry, just now gesticulate at the same time. Just many gestures at the same time. Big, big, big. Big and build it. Build it, build it, build it, build it. Both of you. Yes, build it, build it, build it, and find the stopping place. Okay. That's okay. It's okay. I have this is what also like in Japanese theater, in kabuki, for example, the heightened emotion is a stillness. So you can and you stop in that moment of extreme emotion. So you can play with that as a theater maker and make it really tell the story. Excellent work. Very nice. Group number 2, I guess. And you can move over here so you can see better, please. Hmm? Uh, for what? For photos? Oh, okay. Let's just watch. Do you need a chair? If you need a chair, grab a chair. Yes, 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 please. Yes. Can you give us one moment? Somebody needs to grab a chair real quick. I'll tell you when we're ready for you. Of course, no problem. And out here, we're ready. Wonderful. And yes, please have a seat out here. Are you hot? Wow. Once again, what was striking in what they presented? An image or an idea, something that was really striking, really powerful. The gestures, yes, the gestures were magical. Actually, who was the person who did it? The first one, was that you with the flash? No, okay, then and then the single person was you, right? When you were doing it towards the screen, I almost felt like there's a substance, like there's water, like I almost felt something. The gesture was so powerful that it felt like it's touching something. Yes. What else? There was a struggle. Yes. And yet it was not exactly realistic, right? It was a very metaphorical struggle of some sort. And I'm pretty sure each one had their own story behind it. What left us with questions? Mm-hmm. So it leaves you the what is huh? Mm-hmm. 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 But what leaves you with questions? Is there something we didn't understand? The opening? An open ending. Yes, it was a little bit of an open ending. I think I found a little resolution, but my question was what was the real struggle? And the story that came across to me, and once again, I'm pretty sure we have different interpretations, is there was something about these two first people were from the world beyond, and the person who came, like, that was like the moon rose, and then she came out at night and it was something like a prayer, and she prayed, and then these creatures from, or like people she has lost, came back to kind of haunt her and to fight over her, who's gonna have her. So this is what came across to me, and then somehow they found a resolution to be the three of them. I don't know in which world, our world or the beyond. So anything like what you intended? Uh-huh. Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay. Uh, so s- close, right? To did you see like, and yeah, each one of us had a little version, and this is the power of this kind of theater. We don't have to get every single moment precisely, right? There's room for our brains to make the interpretation. And we're already seeing how themes of good and evil and human struggle are emerging through this, because that's what kind of the art form invites, right? Um, so that eternal struggle of within us and within the world. So excellent. I think that they found a, and you see how they were similar in themes, but very different um, representation, which is amazing. It's fantastic. And how do we tell, how do we somehow feel that one is a person and the other two were of another world? It's magic. It's just there's something about they moved or where they came from, and we get it. Did we get it? We got it. And it's amazing. It's always such a mystery to me how it comes across. Fantastic work. Yes. And last but not least, our last group, please. Yeah. Oh, do you want me to adjust your light? Yeah, there you go. Yes, you can adjust the light. Do there? Hold on. I need to help a little bit. They had some tape to put under the light. Is the light not staying up? Oh, well, are you sure? Okay, because we can totally put the light this. Okay. Then give me a moment to sit, please. Okay, we're ready for you. Mhm. Oh, oh, oh. Wow. Wow, beautifully done. You all. How did you do this in 30 minutes? Wow. Um, wow. So clear? What was striking? What were images that were really striking? Or moments or yes, 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 yes. What else? The separation? Yeah. From the parent, you mean? Right? Yes, yes. Um, the conjuring of life was really interesting to me, the one, and once again, they were divine creatures of some sort, or were they the parents? The- but it's in like, how is life created? There's like, it's a miracle, right? It's a miracle. Um, and because they were obviously two women, I saw them as two goddesses of some sort that were creating this life. um, the scarf, this is a really great example of how a simple prop can be so magical, and you see a little bit of the color, right? You see a little bit of, and especially something so thin like this, it's so beautiful to watch. So you can have different materials behind the screen. You can have netting, like if you project through this, that would show. So the object, you can use different objects, right? Nobody said we cannot use objects, because that for the purpose of our workshop, we're keeping it simple. Um, at first, I thought that she's going to be 1 year old and then 2 years old, but then it was she went to school, right? Yes, yes, yes. How simple, and we get it that you went to school, and then we can really stylize it. 1, 3, 4, and and we get it, or we can letters and numbers and school. Um, what is there anything that left you with questions? No. The image of the white light, what did it symbolize to you? Hold on. It's okay. Yes, it's okay. Let's see what the audience got. And there, it's okay. It's really okay. Just tell us what you got when it was presented. Yeah. Did anybody get anything different than following your dreams? Okay, parental guidance. But the light, it was like, to me, it looked like a balloon, like a child in a balloon. But also, I totally got that it was the dreams, because it was light, it was something above, and she wanted to follow her dreams. And this, to me, was a very powerful moment when the parents said, "No, no, you need to stay down to earth. No, no, no heavens, no dreams, no light up there in the sky. Stay down to earth." And very often parents do that, right? And they do it with the best intention. They tell their children, you cannot be a musician. You need to be an accountant, or whatever it is that they think that they're doing their best, but sometimes they take away a dream. And sometimes the person gives up their dream. But she followed it, right? She found the strength to follow it. Ah, fantastic. Yes. And we say yes to that. Um, so one very simple things that create such powerful images. White light in the sky, of course it symbolizes dreams. Please tell me if there's anything else you saw in it. I'm very curious what you perceived in the white light, in the flashlight. Yes, 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 yes. It was very, very powerful. Um, and at this point, can we kind of make a circle? And if you still need to be in a chair, you can just put your circle in a chair in a circle. We'll accommodate. And can we please have lights? I'm going to turn off this light. And I need a quick time. Can somebody tell me what time it is? Oh, wow. You see? Yes, we're. um, so I'm very curious to go around well, actually, we don't have to go around, but please speak up if you want to make a little comment or have a question, anything at all that is on your mind after this experience today. Please, let's start over here.
Yeah, I'm just wondering like how you got into this. Like what made you get into this?
Um, what made me get into this? So um, my parents were biologists, so I never thought that I would ever pursue art as career. But they had a friend who was teaching at she was a singing teacher at the National Academy in Sofia, the National Theater Academy. And she heard me sing one day and she said to me, "You have talent. Did you know that? Have you considered going to the Theater Academy?" And I said, "No." But she encouraged me to apply. I applied. I got in. And then how I got into shadow theater is our professor, the person who taught our class, was one of the most. She was one of the people who were doing the most with shadow theater in Bulgaria, and she was very world famous. Actually, her name is Nikolina Georgieva, and she was world famous with the shadow theater pieces she created. And she worked a lot with us with shadows, and this is what got my love for shadow theater started. So I always use some shadow imagery in my shows. Of course, of course. Who has the next? Oh, yeah, please take the time to have a comment. Or did you want to be next? Okay.
Okay, thank you. I think this is good to teach or to develop the imagination, uh, especially for children, maybe. But what do you think? Do we have uh, to think about the story if we like want to introduce this in the, for example, kindergarten students,
Hmm.
like the murder or something like that? But I know uh, once when I study at US that they introduced the Shakespeare in the kindergarten, and actually Shakespeare is full of murder, right?
Hmm.
Hate and love, something like that. So what do you think for the story or
That's a really good question. I think that sometimes we get really stuck as humans on school and what is the story. And so that's why I like to begin with giving more freedom to participants to play. To me, it's really important to have a little bit of just playtime. Of course, as humans, we gravitate towards stories. So if you just made an audience sit and watch you for an hour just creating images, I mean, they might sit through it, but we want a story. And this was a really great example how it doesn't have to be, we understand the gist of it, right? The essence of it, and then we make the rest in our imagination. So there needs to be something, and once again, my professor Nikolina Georgieva used to say, give the audience the key and then take them on the wildest ride. So when there's a key, okay, there's an angel, there's a devil, there's a parent, there's a dream. The child wants the dream, the parent wants them to stay home. Then we get it. And then we can be with you on the path. However, if you focus too much, once again, it's a fine line. Yes, let's have a story. Yes, let's tell a story. Let's have a message. But if you focus too much on this, needs to be the story, and then you might stifle the imagination. So always a little bit of tug and, push and pull. Is that, yeah.
okay? But in terms of the message, like our group actually, uh, like as a parents, so we come as parent two people, right?
Yep,
Before she is
yep,
there, then she's born,
yep,
then she has to go
yep,
study abroad, for example. Then our us as parents actually just let her go. So
Okay.
there is no like, oh, I don't we don't want to hold
Okay.
her.
Oh, that was
So
not part of your story.
no,
Oh, because to what? Well,
because we are just parents, and we are that at the end of the day,
okay.
your children will leave
Okay.
you.
Okay, this is a great example. Once again, this is what the artist who created this piece thought was coming across. Did you guys, which one did you get? That they're encouraging the child or that they're trying to stop the child? Stop the child, right? Okay, so this one we give you feedback. It actually came across.
Okay, wrong.
Why? Because of the gesturing. She was looking forward towards it, and then you put your hand on her shoulder, and she
Ah,
gave up,
wrong.
right? If you wanted to come across that you're encouraging, maybe when you can put your hand on her back and lift her, and then she'll go further, and then we get it. So it's
Okay,
very important of how we do it.
okay.
So once again, this is not
No,
wrong,
yes,
right, or
I
no.
understand. Yes.
We find the images that create. That's why it doesn't happen in one, one time. We would rehearse it. We would find how it comes across.
Okay.
Absolutely, yes. And then of course you're not gonna do. I don't know, depending on the audience and who you're creating this with. The group asked me, does it have to be PG-13 with the murder? If you're creating for adult audiences, you could go there to these more difficult topics. But you could also go to difficult topics with children. They are part of this world,
Yes.
right? They see what's happening. We cannot hide it from them. But how do we present these difficult topics to them? That's a whole different story, right? So it's once again knowing how to work with who you're working with and what you want to say as an artist. There are artists that create really controversial art, and there are artists who do not. So once again, what are you trying to say to the world? Excellent.
So the gesture or the movement is very important to
Yes,
represent
very important.
the
That's all we
message.
have.
Yes.
We have the visuals. We have gestures and images, right? So it's very important.
Maybe I would like to add to that. The reason why the parents touch the shoulders first, it is very Asian. So if you want to chase your dreams, please, the parents should say something before the child goes. Say something.
Do you mean to actually say something?
It's like it's okay for you to go.
Do
Please.
you mean to add language?
No, no, no.
No.
From the gesture of
Yes.
touching the
Yes, the
shoulder.
gesture needs to be yes. Maybe and look up. Yes, more yes,
Yes.
more up, right? Instead
Maybe.
of
Yeah.
trying to it felt like yes. Yes.
Don't go, please don't
Yes, please
go.
don't go, stay home and she gave up.
Yeah.
I'm just curious. Art is a form of freedom, and how do you define the parameters or indicators to create a good art to be performed? And my second question is, how important is it to be idealistic with our values instead of following the people preferences?
Uh, uh,
Like,
repeat the last part.
oh, I mean, just like the music taste, we are all have different genres to listen in our daily lives.
Yeah.
So, how important is it to stick with our values instead of follow what people's favorite current trends and everything?
I think you're answering
Thank
your
you.
own question. I think you know the answer. Um, there's a wonderful saying, and I forgot who say it. It's a European artist who says, "Real artists do not follow rules; they make them." There were no, so much of the great art in the world, they broke the rules. So to follow your own inspiration, your own truth is the most important thing. The moment you start bending to other people's desires is when you lose yourself as a person and as an artist. You cannot please everybody. There will be people who will not like it. There will be people who will tell you, why are you doing this? And what is this? You cannot listen to that. if you want to be an artist, a real artist, right? You have to listen to. Did Van Gogh listen to anybody? Or I want to give examples also of the Eastern world, and I can't think of anybody right now. But nobody told them what to do. They just did it. Actually, the famous example, Van Gogh didn't sell a single painting in his life. And there was actually so, and there was an artist who was a super commercial artist at the same time, was selling all kinds of art because he was doing what the audiences wanted. We have not even heard of him anymore. We don't know who that person is anymore. So there's staying true to yourself is extremely important. And what is the first part of your question was?
How do you define the parameters
Oh,
or
yes,
indicators?
yes, yes, yes. So I always, when I teach my students, I tell them there's two parts to it, to creating art. There's inspiration and there's technique. And technique is the training. Like, I went to school to study to be a performer, to be a director. There is things where you train your eye to see, like, how many times is too many times to do the same gesture. Usually three, more than three, it's too much. So there is technique, there is training. But without inspiration, it's worthless, right? You cannot just, but also just inspiration without the technique is also really difficult because it's a hit and miss, you never know. So that's why we train, that's why we go to school to be, and you continue creating. It doesn't happen from the first time. So it's a equal balance between inspiration and technique. You cannot just rely on inspiration every day without the technique. And you cannot just rely on technique without being inspired. Are we are we finished? Do we need to wrap it up? Fantastic questions, and I'm sorry. Are we finishing up?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
One more question, please.
Yes, please.
Okay, I know you work with puppetry and shadows and also people in your theater. How is it in the U.S. itself? In the theater world in U.S. How's the puppetry? Is it welcome in U.S.? Is it the same status as the theater, the Grand Theater?
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, there have been a lot of puppets on Broadway because puppetry is a magical art form. It's magical all over the world, and audiences all over the world delight in it. Is it well known, well funded? All of no. There's a puppeteer who says you can make literally hundreds of dollars in your career as a puppet artist. So it is a fight, it is a struggle, but audiences always love it. Always love it. And there's in the US there's all kinds of puppet theater, right? There's people who do all kinds of different things. Very experimental, very traditional, marionettes, hand puppets, shadow theater. There's so many forms. And people just keep playing and experimenting and creating art. But yeah, like Lion King, it's puppetry, right? And it's magical. And that's why people love it so much because it's so interesting to watch. Great question. Thank you. Thank you all so much. I cannot believe you created this work in 30 minutes. It's like always makes my heart sing. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Margarita, for the workshop. And it was an amazing, amazing shadow show. So, a huge round of applause for us. Thank you so much to our participants. I hope all of you can share the knowledge to your community or your students or your family. And for those of you who are watching at home, you can probably try on your own. You can try setting up your own screen, and then you can set up some shadow show. Okay. And don't forget that we will have a performance also tonight by Margarita Blush production, and it is titled Unfold. So make sure to stay tuned because we're gonna show it live on our social media. We are on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter at AT America. So again, thank you so much, everyone, and I will see you at the next At America event. Bye bye.